Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. Today in this video we're going to be doing a behind the scenes video in terms of how I make my videos. Leave a like and subscribe, turn on post notifications so that way you can find out whenever I upload. And let's begin. This video is going to be filmed on my iPhone, so I'm just putting a disclaimer out there. Do not come at me in the comment section saying that it's shit. I know it's shit. So let's begin. The camera of choice I do use is this Canon EOS 2000D or the Canon Rebel T7. The lens I use is the 18 to 55mm kit lens, and it's pretty versatile in terms of lens. I kind of wish it was a little bit better in terms of like wide angle and stuff like that. Maybe eventually I might get myself a new lens. Next, we're going to be talking about this little Joby Gorilla tripod. I'm going to mainly use this for like my vlogging, if you will, once I get my little phone mount thing so I can attach on top of here, as you can see there. Yeah, as you can see in there, I want to attach a little phone thing so I can vlog on my phone anytime I want to do some vlogging. The SD card I do use is the SanDisk 64GB SD card, and that's more than enough to store all my videos. So then when it comes to editing them, it makes it so much easier. Now, the tripod I do use is this Primo Photo tripod, and as you can see, it has these clips at the bottom so that I can extend it. And I normally do this to when I'm doing any of my sit down videos or like any home videos and whatnot. It's pretty versatile, it's pretty good. I mean, although it's had its wear and tear and stuff because it's very dusty, it's to be expected. Then over here I have my softbox light, and I use this to do some of my videos on, simply because I need some extra lighting just in case if I don't fancy turning on my room lights, I can just use the softbox light. Even though it's a bit annoying to set up because I have to move this 6 plugs, move it to the right so that this can reach into there, because I kind of wish this plug was a little longer. Anywho's, now let's move on to this thing. So this thing is my main essential to transfer any footage or images to my laptop, which I'll show you guys in a minute. But this is the Hutu USB-C hub, and it has 3 USB 3.1 ports, HDMI ports, a micro SD card slot, and an SD card slot, and a USB-C port, because obviously I have one of the newer MacBook Pros. It only comes with USB-C, so I had to have a USB-C hub for it. I think that is mainly what I use to make my videos. I haven't really tried that out yet because obviously I haven't done any vlogs, so you have to wait and see when I do vlogs. Now let's move on to editing. As you can see, the laptop I have is the 2017 non-touch by MacBook Pro, and this is a 13-inch one. It's just the base with dual-core processor, i5, 128GB of SSD storage. My main editing software of choice is iMovie because it's free, pretty easy to use, and it's actually not that bad of the software. Before I used to use Premiere Pro, but then it got a little bit complicated, and then I kind of realized I didn't really need all those fancy stuff on Premiere Pro. I use iMovie, and it's so much easier. This is what iMovie looks like. These are some of the videos I've already done and already scheduled by the time I've recorded this. Next up, thumbnails. So guys, the main software for making my thumbnails is obviously gonna have to be Photoshop, because I think the majority of people use Photoshop to make thumbnails. So I'm just gonna show you I'm just gonna show you how I like to make my thumbnails. The settings I normally use is 1920 by 1080 because my videos are 1080p. I try to make them 1080p in terms of the quality of it, so I'll press OK. I always have it on transparent. I don't get how people do solid and background color and stuff like that. This is what it should look like, right? So let's get an image up. So this image is for one of my future videos. I'm not going to say it yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to press Ctrl T, and I want to stretch this out. How I make these border bit is someone showed me how to do it. I'll leave their YouTube link in the description because they're the one who gave me the tip on how to do it. So I'm just going to zoom this out like that. I'm using the shape tool, right? So this is a shape tool. The one that's clicked on over here is the shape tool, and then I use the rectangle tool to get me this rectangle here. So I'm going to zoom it out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to press fill. I'm going to press the line in the middle one, and then that gives me a little border around it. So I'm going to move that out of the way, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this slightly because it looks a little unproportionate. Then I'm going to, it's quite hard because I don't have the phone holder thing, so I can properly record this without hurting my hand too much. So I'll press overlay, and as you can see, there's a little overlay on here. Oh, there's a picture of me. I know, I look beautiful. Thank you. Then I'm gonna press the drop shadow, and that gives me that. Now I'm gonna lower the opacity a little bit just so that it kind of flows into the image. Not too much, but then you don't want to do too little, otherwise it's gonna look a little weird. I normally like to put the opacity around 50%. That way it flows in the image. So then now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna basically grab one of my usual packs that I do like to use. Now this is Salameen's Paradox pack. I will leave his Twitter link in the description as well as his YouTube channel, because he does have a YouTube channel even though he doesn't upload as much. I did get this off of him. It was like £7.50, which to some of you guys, it may be a bit pricey. When you're getting good quality GFX pack like that, then obviously you're gonna have to pay. So this is the pack. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this out of the way. Do you know what? I'm just gonna do a quick transition and I'll show you guys what the thumbnail looks like at the end. So guys, this is basically what this thumbnail looks like. I kind of stick to something simple and not too complicated, otherwise you're just gonna get yourself confused and it's really not necessary. I make a decent looking thumbnail like that. I think it looks pretty nice, to be fair. That is thumbnails, and then after all of that, I then make sure put my videos scheduled to the day that I want to upload it. So for example, say if I want to upload this video on a Wednesday, because I have an uploading schedule, I like to stick to either 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, because that is the day that I normally upload, and then I don't want to upload that video too early, but I don't want to upload that video too late, so somewhere in between. And guys, that is pretty much it in terms of how I like to make my videos. Let me know if you guys still want me to do another tutorial on using Photoshop in terms of making simple thumbnails like that, because that's just quick. That's just a quick thing. That's not really detailed enough for some of you guys who really want to get into Photoshop, and I think it's a really good software to use to make YouTube thumbnails and stuff like that, and YouTube banners, especially if you want to get yourself up in the world of YouTube. So thanks for watching guys, peace out, and I'll see you guys soon.